Yo, what's up everyone? Feeper here with another video for you. We're going to be taking a look at the range physical DPS and the PvP changes that they received in 5.1. That's going to be the Bard, Machinist, and now the Dancer as well. We'll jump in here with the Bard. We'll just go in order. First shot no longer requires target to be suffering from Stormbite to increase the Soul Voice gauge, and now increases the gauge by 10 instead of 5, which will come in handy considering that Stormbite is now gone, along with Caustic Bite, Troubadour, and Barrage. Then you have a new ability, Quick Knot, which is basically just an AoE, as it is in PvP, or PvE, excuse me. So Quick Knot, 600 potency to all enemies in a cone in front of you, 12 yalm cone, and then increases your Soul Voice gauge by 10 for each enemy hit, while under the effect of Wanderer's Minuet or Army's Paean. Also note that Burst Shot is the same. So Burst Shot needs to be, you have to be under Wanderer's Minuet or Army's Paean in order to get the Soul Gauge boost. Now Apex Arrow has been updated for, the potency is now 200 more. Potency now increases up to 2400 as Soul Voice gauge exceeds minimum cost, and the range has been increased to 25 yalms instead of 15. That's pretty strong. That's actually really good. Is it 2400 potency? I mean, granted, you have to get basically like 100 soul gauge, which is 10 burst shots minimum, but still, that's not that ridiculous. It's honestly pretty good. Imperial Arrow. It now increases the soul voice gauge by 10 instead of 5, and oh, but the max charges is now 2 instead of 3. Well, technically it's still a buff, because now you're getting 20 instead of 15. But you do lose a little bit of potency. So, honestly, I think it's a buff, though, because, you know, soul gauge is, like, the whole thing for bards, so I think that was probably a good change. Also has a 15-second recast, by the way. For those of you who don't play Bard, which I don't really play Bard that much, but now Pitch Perfect. Potencies have been reduced from 500, 1000, and 1500 to 4, 8, and 12 respectively. So each stack now increases it by 400 instead of 500. I mean, it's just a straight nerf. Not sure why they did that, to be honest with you. I don't think Bard was, like, overperforming damage-wise. I wonder why they decided to do that. Okay. Sidewinder, the base potency is now 800 instead of 500. And it now increases up to 2400 as the target's HP decreases. That's pretty cool, I guess. 30-second recast. Sort of like a pseudo assassinate, like what Ninja has. You know. Then we have Shadow Bite. So delivers an attack with a potency of 600 to target and all enemies nearby it within a 5 yalm circle. 30-second cooldown. And the potency increases up to 1800 as target's HP nears maximum. So honestly, this is pretty good to just like use on a tank and just like hit the melee DPS for a lot of damage. It's pretty much always better to just like, it's always better to just hit someone with full HP or higher HP, as long as they're within the radius of the next person. So that's cool. There's not a ton of abilities that are like, oh, it does more when you're at maximum. It's usually, oh, it does more when it's at minimum. So that's cool. I kind of like that idea. And then Repelling Shot. The additional effect increases weapon skill potency by 20% has been removed. Yikes. The additional effect grants repertoire if under the effect of Minuet or Paean has been added. Okay. And now the additional effect increases Soul Voice gauge by 10 if under Minuet or Paean has been added. That's a fair trade for 20% for the next weapon skill. Honestly, it's probably better. Because before you were kind of, you didn't want to like Repelling Shot and then just use it on, you know, Burst Shot or something. You always want to use it on Apex Arrow, so I'm okay with that. I think that's a worth trade. Now Wanderer's Minuet. Effect now increases damage dealt by self and all party members within a 30 radius by 5%. Okay. Then Payon now reduces weapon skill cast time and recast time, as well as spell cast time and recast time of all party members by 5%. That's really strong. Oh, Minuet is 3. I was getting confused. Okay, so yeah, 20% at max. Okay, that's substantial. I was gonna say, I was like, 15 doesn't really seem like it would really do a whole lot. But 20 is a good amount. So that's cool. Honestly, 15% extra damage though is better. But there are situations where if you have to get a lot of healing out, Aeon's better. But overall, Minuet's better. And now we have Nature's Mind. So it's a 45-second cooldown ability. Reduces the damage taken by self or target party member by 10% while increasing HP recovered by 20% for 10 seconds. So that's just what Palisade and Nature's Mind from PvE just kind of squash into one ability. That's cool. Still works on things like Nascent Flash and Bloodbath, Bloodbath. Or no, is that what it's called now? I can't remember. Whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about. Overall, I think those are all pretty good changes for Bard. I think the Repelling Shot trade is definitely worth. You know, you lose a bit of potency on Pitch Perfect and Imperial, but you are gaining more soul gauge to use on Apex, so that's good. I think overall it's a bit more fun now, but I don't know. Not sure how hardcore Bard players feel about it. Now, Bolt and Rear Ward are just... Oh, this is actually different. Okay. So 2,000 potency heal for the potion increases up to 6,000 with 2 charges instead of 3. 30-second cooldown instead of 15 seconds. Okay. So it's like a more powerful one that you can't use as often. Okay. That's fine. And then Head Graze. No longer categorized as an additional action. Yeah. And okay, so basically it's just the cooldown is now 3 seconds. Or 3, oh my god. Whoa. Imagine a 3-second cooldown stun. 30 seconds instead of 45. Oh my gosh, that'd be broken. Alright, Leg Graze. Now the heavy is 5 seconds instead of 4. Fine. The effect duration has been increased from 2 to 3 seconds for Foot Graze. I feel like that's a bit more substantial than the heavy change. Now we have a new ability, Concentrate. 30-second cooldown, increases potency of next weapon skill by 20%. Only lasts for 5 seconds though. Might be a little short. I'm surprised that they didn't make that like 10 or something. Although that doesn't really matter too much though, I guess so. Then Recuperate, let me guess, just a heal. 45-second cooldown, yep, 30,000 potency heal. Oh, it also removes Heavy Bind, Home Gang. Oh, Heavy Bind and Home Gang effects. Okay, that's nice. That's good. I was gonna say, if it's just a heal, like that's kind of redundant. Since you have the potion, but then Peloton, it's just the movement speed has been increased. What though? Would like to know that. Overall, I think Bard is looking better. It seems like you're definitely going to be generating more soul voice gauge for Apex Arrow, which is fun because that's just got a really cool sound. So like, at the very least, you can sound cool more often, right? But then I think Payon and Minuet are both also very strong, and I like how it's brings more ability. So that's cool. I think Bard definitely got the good end of the stick, as I have been saying in all my videos. Now on to everyone's favorite gunslinger, the true gunslinger, Machinist. All right, so he did Split Shot. Reduced the potency by 200, so it's now 800 instead of 1,000. But they increased the heat gauge from 5 to 10. Okay. Then Heated Slug Shot. Potency has been reduced to 1,000, but they again increased the heat gauge generated from 5 to 10. Okay. That's probably worth 200 potency isn't too big a deal. And you're doubling your generation of heat gauge, so that's probably worth it. And then Heated Clean Shot, probably same treatment, right? Yep, 10 gauge now instead of 5, 1,200 potency instead of 14. I think those are all worth it. And now a new ability, Spread Shot. Interesting icon again. There's a 12 yalm cone in front of you. 600 potency to all. Increases heat gauge by 5 for each enemy hit. Action changes to auto crossbow when firearm is overheated. Now drill potency has been increased from 800 to 2000. That's a big jump. And the recast is 15 instead of 30. Potency no longer increases as the target's HP decreases, and it no longer increases the heat gauge. Honestly, I think that's probably worth. 15-second 2000 potency move is pretty good. So I think that's probably a good trick. And then Air Anchor is now 1600 from 12. Potency no longer doubled if the target is under effective stun or sleep. Heat gauge is now 20 instead of 10 though. I mean, I guess it's a buff, but I really liked the whole like CC combo thing with Machinist. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. One of the coolest things ever, so I'm sad to see that go. But I guess for like the health of playing in pug matches, you're probably better because it's easier to just get your damage out, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it. I liked it the other way, but I guess technically from a number standpoint, it's probably a buff. Now, Bioblaster. Potency has been increased to 1000. The additional effect damage over time has been removed. The additional effect increases damage you deal by 20% has been removed. Additional effect increases target's damage taken by 10% has been added. Okay, that's a good trade. Duration has been reduced to 10 seconds instead of 12 though, so that's what, 5 GCDs instead of 6. And the recast is now 45 instead of 30. I think overall, I would say it's a net win for your team, but a loss for you. Because losing 10% extra damage for 6 GCDs definitely doesn't get covered by a 600 potency increase. But now your team makes use of Bioblaster, not just you, so I think that's worth. Okay, Gauss Round, new ability. 800 potency attack, 15-second cooldown, 3 charges. Fun. Ricochet. Oh, yeah, Ricochet and Wildfire are exactly the same. Alright, Blank has been updated. The additional effect Stun has been removed. So it's just a knockback. Oh, I mean, I guess that's fine. That's not a huge deal. Hypercharge is the same. Now Tactician is new. Reduces damage taken by self and nearby party members by 10% for 15 seconds. 20 on radius too, that's pretty big. That's fun, I like that. That's like a tank cooldown on a DPS. That's pretty sick. Heat Blast, alright, what did they do here? Potency has been reduced from 1200 to 1000. The additional effect reduces the recast time of Ricochet by 15 seconds has been changed to reduces the recast time of both Gauss Round and Ricochet by 7.5. Guess that's a win? Gauss Round, it said, right? Yeah, that's a win. I guess that's a win. I don't know how I feel about the potency. I mean, yeah, it's a win. I don't know. Auto Crossbow. Potency has been increased, okay, to 1400. Recast is now 1.5. The 30 no longer increases the heat gauge. Now requires weapon to be overheated to execute. Okay. And it's a weapon skill now. Oh, that's right. This, what was it? Heated clean shot turns into that automatically. Or no, is it? Oh, it was spread shot turns into that automatically. Overall, I think this is really good for Machinist. Because, I mean, it's doesn't have as much utility as Bard, but it has more damage, which is how it is sort of designed to be. I really don't like the Bioblaster change with the CC effect. Or not Bioblaster, Air Anchor, oh my gosh. I do like the Bioblaster change. The Air Anchor change I'm not a huge fan of. But I guess it's good for ease of use. But the rest of it I think is all really good for the job. So it'll be fun to see how Machinist does now. Because it was already, like, I honestly think it was already pretty strong. People just kind of slept on it because it's Machinist. But now it's probably even stronger, especially with Tactician. Like, that's pretty sick. So that's cool. Looking forward to playing that some more now, actually. I think Machinist will be a lot of fun. Then everyone's favorite range DPS. Most annoying shit in the world of fight ever. Make me cry. Alright. Cascade. Increases Esprit by 10 has been added to this ability. Let me guess. Fountain, yep, increases S by 10. Alright, new ability, Windmill. Delivers an attack with a potency of 600 to all nearby enemies. 5 Esprit for each enemy hit. Action changes to Rising Windmill while under en avant. Changes to Entrant while dancing. Yeah. Standard, and then Bladestorm. Combo action. Windmill or Rising Windmill. Grants a 4-fold feather. Increases Esprit by 5 for each enemy hit. Yeah, pretty standard. So that's your AoE combo, and then obviously cascades your single target. So that's fine. Nothing super crazy to talk about there. Saber Dance potency has been reduced to 1800. No longer changes to Entrant while dancing. The duration has been increased to 30 seconds. Okay. Fan Dance potency is now 1000. The additional effect reduces recast timer of Fan Dance 3 by 5 seconds has been removed. Oh wow. But it now grants a flourishing Fan Dance. I think that's a win. I was testing around with it. I think it feels better. I was messing around on a striking dummy earlier, so I think it feels better, so I think that's fine. Fan Dance 2 delivers an attack with a potency of 600 to all nearby enemies. Grants Flourishing Fan Dance, duration 15 seconds. Cool, and then Fan Dance 3, what they do here. 1600 potency, no longer changes to Pirouette while dancing. Duration 30 seconds now. Requirement for execution has been changed from 4-fold feathers to Flourishing Fan Dance, 2 charges. Yeah. I think that all makes sense. It's just kind of easier to use, easier to execute your higher damage, which I think is good. Now, Curing Waltz, just reduce the potency. I mean, that's good. Like, that's, yeah. Yeah, thank you. That was definitely necessary. And then yes. Oh. En avant, the increased recast from 15 to 30 seconds. Thank the Lord. You'll actually be able to kill a dancer now. Holy crap. All right, Reverse Cascade potency is now 1600 from 18, but it now increases Esprit by 10. I guess that, I mean, again, 200 potency isn't the biggest deal, so that's a win. Fountain Fall, I'm assuming, is pretty similar. Yeah, 200 potency loss, but now increases your Esprit by 10. Again, that's a win. Rising Windmill. Weapon skill that delivers an attack with 1000 potency to all nearby enemies. Increases Esprit by 5 per each enemy hit. Only be executed under en avant. Okay, and then Blood Shower. Combo action, Windmill or Rising Windmill, 1200 potency, grants a feather, 5 Esprit for enemy hit, can only be used under en avant. Just more fun things to play with. That's fine. Then your dances are all the same. In terms of the, actual like abilities. And standard finish. Potencies have been changed from 3, 6, and 9 to 2, 4, 6, and 8, respectively. No longer grants Esprit. Additional effect. Oh, no longer grants Esprit effect. Oh, okay. Now it gives you 5 Esprit gauge for each enemy hit. Reduces weapon skill cast time and recast time, as well as spell cast time and recast time is now fixed at 5%. Good. That was kind of necessary. Ish. And then technical finish. Potencies have been changed from 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15 to 4, 6, 800, 1000, and 1200. And then the same as the rest of that's the same as standard. So that's pretty good. I think Dancer will be in a much better position now. It was definitely like it's way stronger than the other two range DPS. Just because like you have Dance and then Curing Waltz is just so good. Like a 30-second 2500 potency heal for everyone around you. Like, I know it's a kind of a small radius, but with how fast the cooldown on Avant was, you could just get in, heal people for a stupid amount, and then just dash out and like run around, and then do it again in like 30 seconds. It was just stupid. I think some of the potency nerfs, I don't think all of them were justified, but that'll kind of remain to be seen. I really think Machinist came out real strong. I think the Dancer nerfs to Unavant and carrying walls are definitely necessary. The rest of it is a bit, some of it I'm like, okay, that's fine. Others I'm kind of like, it might have been maybe a little much. I don't know. Like I think the standard and technical finishes, those potency nerfs are probably like fine, but some of the other ones not as necessary. But that's the melee DPS. Overall, it's pretty interesting. I'm honestly really excited to see how Machinist does, and Bard as well. I think Bard has a bit more synergy now that with the way that Payon and Minuet work, and just how the rest of its kit, how you have more soul gauge to actually make use of that more yourself, which I think will be a lot of fun. Hopefully, Bard doesn't outshine the other two too much now, and hopefully dancers are actually able to die. That would be nice. But that's going to be a wrap for this one. Next up will be, I don't know, I'm feeling spicy. I'm feeling spicy and doing the ranged and magic DPS next. We'll finish up all the DPS and then we'll do the healers last because everyone hates healers in PvP, right? So screw them. If you guys want to see me playing video games live, you're more than welcome to. I stream over at twitch.tv/feeper7. We'll be doing a lot of, this week we're going to be doing mostly EX and 24-man stuff for Final Fantasy. Then next week, obviously Ultimate and the crafting stuff will be a lot of fun. And then WoW Classic and D&D, maybe some Call of Duty Modern Warfare, who knows. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all for checking it out, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.